Hello students, welcome back. Today I am Anuradha from DPS, Vanilla Major, going to start another chapter of grade 12 bio, that is human health and disease, right? So as the chapter name indicates that we are going to discuss about the health and what are the diseases. How can you say that, how will you define that, what it is, what health is exactly, right? And so here we will start with some introduction as it is mentioned in your NCERT, and these questions are important from the examination point of view as well. Okay, so the first name which is given in your NCERT, that is Hippocrates. Okay, he was a great Greek scientist, and he talked about health, and he gave the definition of health that it is a state of body and mind. Okay, what he said, he stated about that what is a health, whatever the state of the body as well as mind. So here, on the basis of what are the things which is present in the human body, he said that it is a health. Okay, so the next point is balance of certain humors. Now the question arises, what is this humor? Okay, according to the Hippocrates, what he said, that whatever the humor which is present in the human body, it decides the health of any individual. It means that if humor will be good, then the individual or the person will be healthy. Okay, so now what is this humor? Humor means something related to the fluid. What does it mean? Something related to the fluid. If we talk about the fluid which is present in the human body, it can be of four types. It can be of four types, that is blood is one of the fluid, and the another one is the yellow bile. Okay, and another third one is the black bile, and fourth one is the phlegm. Okay, so according to them, according to the Hippocrates, we are having four types of humor or the fluid which is present in the human body. And if the amount of, if the we can say the amount or the concentration will be normal, then person will be healthy. And if there will be any disturbance in these humor, it will give rise to any disease. Okay, so on the basis of the humor, he said that one of the humor, again one of the humor which is mentioned in your NCERT, that is black bile. Okay, so what is this black bile? This black bile is the fluid or the secretion secreted by the kidney or the spleen. Okay, so here those person in which the bile or the black bile will be more, then what will happen? The personality of that person would be hot. It is according to the Hippocrates. Hippocrates said that those individual in which the excess of black bile is there, it will give rise to hot personality to those human being, right? And due to this hot, it indicates that there will be always fever in those individuals. Okay, so according to the Hippocrates, and same thing followed or supported by the Indian Ayurveda also. They also support this theory, which theory it is known as good humor hypothesis, given by the Hippocrates. What does it mean? That humor will decide the health of an individual. If it will be good, then individual will be good. Okay. Now, another scientist came here. The name is William Harvey. Now, what you have to do? You have to memorize these names and what are the contribution of these scientists, right? So another scientist came here, William Harvey. According to him, what he did, he discovered the blood circulation in human body. Okay, so the blood circulation discovered by William Harvey. When he discovered this blood circulation, he found that blood is circulating inside the body, and along with this he did an experiment that is on the basis of the thermometer. Okay, so with the help of thermometer he started experimenting for those individual, in which he found that all individuals having approx same body temperature. It doesn't dependent on this bile. Okay, so according to him, there is no such bile like thing in the individual which will decide that whether it would be hot or whether it will be fever or there will be no fever. Okay, so we can say that William Harvey disproved the theory of the Hippocrates, that was the good humor hypothesis. And with the help of what? With the help of thermometer. What he did? He took the temperature of all the individual and found that there is a normal body temperature, which we all know that 90.6 or 8 Fahrenheit. Right here. So here we can say that there is no such theory which will decide the temperature of the body. Okay, now according to biology, okay, according to being a biologist, what we are considering that health is somehow related to our mind. Okay, if there will be something good in mind, and what will happen, then it is directly or indirectly attached with the endocrine system, attached with our health system. All system are controlled by the mind. Okay, so there must be a proper balance between them. Now according to WHO, one of the accepted definition of health is what? We can say that it is a state of physical, mental and social well-being. It means that the person should be physically fit, mentally fit and socially fit. Then only we can say it is a healthy one. Otherwise, if any of the aspect will get disturbed from here, then we can say that it is not the healthy one. So how you will define? It is a state of physical, mental and social health or the well-being of an individual. Okay, so now what are the factors? How we can say that these factors are affecting the health of any individual? So for that we will come to here on this list that what can be the factors here. Okay, so the factors can be of 3. What are they? Genetic disorder, infections or the lifestyle. So these 3 factors can decide that whether health is proper or not. How? See, if we'll talk about the genetic disorders, genetics means something related to genes. So whatever the disorders or the deficiency is happening, okay, or the disorder or any disease is present in any individual from the birth itself, or having from their subsequent generation, which is inheriting from the parents to their subsequent generation, it is the genetic disorder. So it can be one of the aspect of the health. This aspect is not under our control. Okay, and another one is the infections. What do you mean by infection? It means that if some of the things get inside our body through the different medium, for example the contaminated water, contaminated food which we are having, so by this what is happening, the body can be affected, or the physical, mental and social aspect can be affected. Okay, and ultimately the health will get disturbed. So second aspect of health is infection, and the third one is the lifestyle, which is very very important nowadays. Why? Because nowadays we are not following a proper lifestyle. We are busy in our work, we are busy to earn the money, and going through all these things we are not considering about our health. Okay, so lifestyle is one of the thing, what we are eating, how we are living. Okay, all these matters here because it ultimately leads to the dysfunctioning of our health. Okay, so now there are some things or some measures which we can follow for a proper health. So what can be those measures here? The first one is a balanced diet. We have to take balanced diet. It means that all the nutritions must be included in our diet. If there will be anything lacking here, what will happen? It will lead to the deficiency of particular nutrient, okay, a particular minerals. So what we have to do, we have to take the balanced diet. And another one is a personal hygiene. What do you mean a personal hygiene? It means that whatever you are wearing, whatever you are doing, so it should be very clean. Okay, so the self hygiene is very important. We have to take care of our body so that there must be no dirtiness, right? Then regular exercise, yoga. This is one of the best thing which we can follow in our daily life. Okay, so in our daily routine we have to follow yoga, we have to follow exercise. If we will do these things, what will happen? Our body will get fit, and by this what will happen? Ultimately our health will be good. Okay, then awareness about diseases, very important. See, in the village area the people are not much aware about the diseases. That's why they come to know very late, and due to that what happens, there may be sometimes those disease become fatal for them. So it is required that there must be proper awareness of the diseases among the individuals, as well as how these diseases can affect the body. Okay, how these diseases can affect the functionality of the body, it is important. So awareness must be there. Then vaccination. We all know about the vaccination. What is it? We are giving immunization to our body, so that if any foreign particles of any we can say any disease gets attacked in our body, so our body can fight with those disease. So for that there must be proper vaccination. And this vaccination is what? Somehow increasing our immunity. Okay, so it is an immunization. By this we are increasing the immunity, and there must be awareness of these vaccination also. Okay, now proper disposal of waste. See, here and there so much garbage is there. Okay, there is no proper sewage, there is no proper exit. So what is required, that whatever the waste is there, there should be a proper channel for the disposal. Okay, so proper channel or the proper disposable of waste is necessary, because what it is affecting, it is affecting our social environmental area. If our environmental area will not be clean, what will happen? Ultimately we will not be healthy. Okay, so there must be a three things: physical, mental and social well-being. So from where it will come? It will come from all these things when we will follow it, right? So here there must be a proper disposal of waste, of the waste material. Now the control of vectors. Here what do you mean by vectors? Vectors are those agents which are passing the any disease from one person to another person, right? So vectors are what? They are passing some disease from one individual to another individual. So what we have to do? We have to control these vectors so that there will be no such type of disease. Okay, then another one, maintenance of hygienic food and water resources. So from where whatever the food is coming, or from where the water is coming, the resources, it should be clean. There must be a proper maintenance so that there will be no such type of diseases in our body. Okay, so wholesome, we can say that health is what? Health is somehow summation of all these things. If anything will get disturbed, it will give rise to the disease. So what is disease? Disease is what, as we have said, that if there will be any gap of, if there will be anything lacking from the physical, social and mental aspect, what will happen? It will give rise to disease. So we can say that disease is what? Any physical change, any of the change which happening from normal state. Okay, normal state is what? That social, physical and mental well-being. If there will be anything which will be changed from this normal state, it will give rise to what? It will give rise to discomfort. What do you mean by discomfort? Discomfort means that when we are not comfortable, and when we are not comfortable, when we are affecting with any of the disease, right? So if we are having any cold, what happens? That time we are not at ease, right? Discomfort. And what is disability? Disability is that we are not able to do any work. Okay, our body is not functional as much as in case of normal body. So due to this changes, what will happen? It will give rise to discomfort and disability of the body. Okay, so we can say that disease is what? When there will be any discomfort or disability by any of the changes in the body, right here. And how we are characterizing, how we can say that yes, this person is not healthy or it is disease, with the help of these signs and symptoms. So some symptoms it will show here, so that we can identify that this particular individual is affecting with this particular disease, right here. So here what we will do, we will understand that the disease can be of two types. Majorly, we have classified disease into two types. The first one is the congenital. First one is the congenital and the second one is the acquired. Now, what is the meaning of congenital? Congenital disease are those diseases which caused from the birth itself. Okay, it is not happening from this environment. So whenever we are using the word genital or the genes, it means that it is coming from the parents or from the birth itself, right? And another one is the acquired one. Acquired diseases are those diseases which we are acquiring from our environment. And when there will be any problem environment, if it will not be hygienic, what will happen? We get affected by that one very easily. So we can say that congenital, which is happening from the birth itself, and the acquired, which we are acquiring in our whole life. Okay. Now these congenital diseases can be of two types. What are they? They can be at the gene level. It can be at the chromosomal level. Already we have done in the earlier chapter about syndrome. Okay, about the syndrome. So what type of disease it is causing? Somehow there will be some change in the chromosome level. Okay, so we can say the disease can be of this chromosomal level, and Down syndrome is one of the example of this congenital diseases, right? Now if we will talk about this acquired diseases which we are acquiring from the environment, again we have categorized into two. What are they? Communicable as well as non-communicable. Here also the name itself indicates communicable means that something is infecting from one person to another person. Okay, it can be transmitted very easily, so we can say it is a communicable disease. And those diseases which cannot be transmitted to other person, those are known as non-communicable diseases as well as the non-infectious diseases. Okay, so now again if you will see here, the communicable diseases can be of different types. How? On the basis of different agents. So these diseases need some vectors, or we can say these diseases need some pathogen by which they can be transferred or they can be passed on to the individual. So here we have used one word, pathogen. Pathogen is what? Pathogen are those agents which causing the infection. So we can say that infectious disease causing agents are known as pathogens. So these pathogens can be of different types. There are different category of these pathogen. And one more important thing, that most of the parasites or the pathogen are parasitic in nature. And what is parasitic? Those, they are taking their nutrition by affecting the body. Okay, so they are negatively affecting the body. Those are known as parasite, and parasite are nothing, they are the pathogen. Okay, so we will understand here different types of pathogen which are causing infection to an individual. Okay, now here when we are talking about this infectious or the communicable, it means that somehow it is transmitting. Okay, so on this basis we can say that it can be contagious or it can be non-contagious. Okay, so what will be the contagious disease? Those diseases which can be passed on with the help of, without the help of any vector, but another disease can need some vectors. Okay, so here we have divided these pathogens into different types. What we can say? Bacterial. Those diseases which caused by the bacteria, those are known as bacterial disease. Those diseases which caused by the virus or the viral, known as viral diseases. And those diseases caused by the protozoan, known as protozoan disease, and helminth disease, and the last one is a fungal disease. Out of them, if you will recall the protozoan, we have done protozoa there in the earlier chapter. We have done helminth, we have done platyhelminthes, aschelminthes. So there we have discussed about some these type of structures. Okay, these types of examples there. So here we will understand that what they are affecting, what type of disease they are causing in a human being. Okay, and if you will talk here in this non-communicable, it means that it is not affecting, the disease are not causing by any means. So how the disease will be there? It can be of due to deficiency. What is deficiency? If any of the nutrient is lacking inside the body, so what will happen? There will be deficiency of that particular nutrient, and it will give rise to some disease. For example, beriberi. Okay, vitamin B. So like this, with we can say that if there will be any lacking of any vitamin, so it will lead to some particular disease. Okay, and this one is not any infectious, it is not infecting from one person. If I have any deficiency and I am having beriberi, so it doesn't mean that another person can affect with this disease. Okay, it only and only happens when there will be a deficiency of this vitamin, particularly in me or inside my body. Another one is degenerative. It means that something is not operating or it is not functioning. Okay, so that time we can say that type of disease can be the degenerative disease. It means that when there will be non-functioning of any particular, so it will give rise to a disease. Here we have given example of heart diseases or arthritis. So these are diseases caused by the dysfunctioning. Okay, and the third one is the allergic. Allergic means if I am having any allergy, it doesn't mean that it will transmit, and due to some of the things I am getting this, so we can say that again it is a non-communicable. And the last one is a cancer. Cancer is due to what? Due to the accumulation of cells. Okay, there will be a continuous division, so we can say that there will be no communication. There will be no communicable in these type of diseases here. So what type of things will cause here disease? One by one. Okay, after this class we will understand one by one each and every detail of disease. So here we have categorized what we are going to study in the next lecture. So first one is a bacterial disease, those diseases which are caused by the bacteria. So here we will study about the typhoid. Okay, typhoid, pneumonia, and 3 more diseases are given in your NCERT, that is dysentery, plague and diphtheria. Okay, DPD. So these diseases are caused by the bacteria. Now why this chart is important? From the MCQ, you can see that these questions may come there. What type of pathogen causing what type of disease? This disease caused by which of the pathogen? So here this chart is very important. Each and every line of these things are very important. Now if you will talk about the viral diseases, we all know about it. Common cold, which frequently happens in our body, so it is also a viral disease. And the polio, okay, it is a viral disease. And protozoan, the disease caused by the protozoa. And here we will talk about the malaria, which is a plasmodium, and another one is the amoebiasis, okay, entamoeba histolytica. So we will understand again about all these part. Then the disease caused by the pathogen, that is helminth, that is ascariasis, filariasis and taniasis. Already we have done the characteristics of these organisms, like ascariasis, roundworm, okay. So Wuchereria disease or the filarial worm, it will cause the filarious disease. Taniasis caused by the Taenium solium. So already we have done the organism. Now we will understand how they are causing any disease inside our body and what can be the symptom and what should we do. And the last one is the fungal, okay, and it caused by the ringworm, and we will understand about all these diseases here. So in the next lecture we will start from the first one, that is typhoid. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you.